What's up, everybody? I am wrapping up tonight, giving my best and worst video games that I played in 2025. We should be able to get through it relatively quickly because, given how pricey certain games are, I was pretty picky on what I'm going to get in 2025. Uh, Initially, I wanted to get that Shinobi game, but I heard great things, but it's like I don't even think it's even. I don't know sure how many hours. It's not. If it was like at least 30 hours, I would have gotten it. But I think it's you'll probably get through it within like I don't know, if you grind it out probably in a couple of days. But it's not like something like I would spend. I don't know. Depending on like, I'm not saying no. I'm pretty sure maybe one day if I golden into it, and I have nothing else to play, I might eventually play it. But for right now, let's say it's like if I did play it, I'll put it as like an honorary mention. But uh, I initially wanted to get it, but sometimes I might not get what I initially thought I was going to get. Depends on the circumstances. But I already wrapped up my best and worst films and TV shows that I either enjoy or dislike in 2025. Now we're going to be going into the games. So, first and foremost, we're going to go into what I just finished is Borderlands 4. And I did my review of it after I wrapped up the walkthrough last week. Yeah, this blows in the crap pile. And that's saying a lot considering that people didn't think so highly of Borderlands 3. Now, I'm a little different. I found some elements in Borderlands 3 that I thoroughly enjoyed. Although I think people who enjoy the Borderlands franchise can collectively agree Borderlands 2 is far superior. But Borderlands 4 is a heavy step down, even from 3 standards. And, I gave my complete thought in my review a few days ago. But, yeah, I mean, I like the character Vex, but the villain is very lackluster. Hell, it's hard to compete when it comes to, like, Handsome Jack. But the villains are really memorable. Has not been memorable since Handsome Jack. The side quests, half of it is fine. The other half, kind of sort of busy work. It's not as bad as something like Ubisoft, like Assassin's Creed stuff, but it's like it's depending on your taste. You might find elements that you might like, because I found elements that I still kind of like, but overall, from start to finish, it's it's just I wasn't on like the edge of my seat having like a ball kind of feeling like I did with Borderlands 2. It still holds a pleasant memory in my mind all these years. In terms of like Borderlands 3, I remember having a great time utilizing Zane, and that's and then Lilith flying into the moon. That's the primary 2 things I remember from that. But this, I will remember Vex. That's about it. And maybe like the certain side characters. Some of the side characters or supporting characters, aside from the people that we knew from the previous games, were all right. But beyond that, yeah, it was a stinker. And it wasn't shocking that Borderlands 4 did not show up at the Game Awards at all. Wasn't even nominated for a lick. Digimon Story. Now, full disclosure, haven't not finished it yet, but I played enough of it I can give like a general critique. But I'm aiming to get back into it fairly soon. But But overall, I gotta give it, even though I didn't complete it yet, I wanted to put it in a great pile because I've been having like a great time. Uh, uh, I kind of wish they. It's kind of slight spoiler review here. I kind of wish they, you know, do more where you can easily obtain certain Digimons so you can properly evolve it a more efficient way rather than get too grindy in certain cases in order to get the evolution that you want. And don't know why you need to silhouette, because I want to be able to look at whom I want to evolve right away rather than waiting to come across certain characters to see like the silhouette unsilhouetted so you can see what the other evolution lines are. Uh, but it's just fun to like play as these iconic Digimon, and the story isn't half bad. I am definitely invested into the crux of the story. Although, like the humans, it, not the highlight, honestly, but they have the humans have their moments. But it's fine because the primary focus generally is on the Digimon. But I'm putting it in a great pile. I've been having like a great time with Digimon. Now that I'm done with Borderlands 4, I can put my focus in the Digimon game. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I will put it in the. I will put it in good. I enjoyed it, but the problem is I haven't gotten back to it after I finished with the whole Goku story thing. I played the online thing like a few times, but it's hard to come back from Dragon Ball Fighters because like Dragon Ball Fighters, I put it like in an excellent pile. It was this. It should have been the standard, and it's hard to come back from the gameplay mechanics of that to Sparking Zero, which was a little bit more. I won't say it's not crazy complicated, but it's definitely like an adjustment from how I'm pretty sure a lot of people are more used to the Dragon Ball Fighters gameplay mechanics, because that is just seems like the standard in my opinion, and it seems like a slight step down from Fighters to Sparking Zero. But Sparking Zero had its moments, and like I'm not hating on it whatsoever. It's still some good stuff I had out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in this good pile. Um, I just kind of wish that it wasn't like this multiversal. Which way you gonna go? Blah 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 blah. No, you already. Like most people, it's kind of like Call of Duty. Most people don't go into it just to play the story mode when we already watched like the anime already. Just I don't think anybody pretty much played the story mode in Dragon Ball Fighters. We just pretty much have to do it in order to get certain characters, but we just want to dunk our head first into the online play, and that should have been the primary focus in my opinion. But yeah, yeah, I enjoyed it, but it's in a good pile. Expedition 33, excellent. Right away is an excellent pile. Caught me by surprise. If it wasn't for my friend who recommended this when it came out, I would have probably never known how good this game was. This is like best video game of the year. It deserved best video game of the year. I don't care what those little petty little assholes who try to strip away its awards because they freaking jealous because those are AAA games that had all these resources, but because they was too focused on the wrong thing instead of creating good stories, rather than try to focus on agendas and what you know marginalized community you want to prop up for some shallow reasons. You can just focus on good story and great gameplay. Expedition 33 is just phenomenal all around. deserves all the accolades it got. And it's just like crazy. You know, somebody at the AAA try to blow the, I don't want to say blow the whistle because there's nothing to blow the whistle on, but they want to be petty and try to crap over the developers of Expedition 33 Sandfall over its crap over its parade, and they shouldn't have apologized or having to, well, they could explain that the AI use was only like a tiny bit and it was gotten rid of a week after its release, so it didn't really last long. And the other people are kind of hypocrites because you know for well these other like developers probably use AI, especially when it first came out, because it's kind of like a Wild West. You know they utilize AI in some form or another in their stuff, but lo and behold, nobody's saying nothing about that. So it's just like it's just sheer jealousy. Expedition 33 is phenomenal, excellent, triple excellent, honestly. I'm going to cheat on this a little bit here too, because technically I still played Mario Kart World, even though I did not own it. My friend got it when he went out, me and him went out, because he went out for his birthday to, because he pre-ordered the Switch 2, and he wanted me to, because I'm hanging with him for his birthday. We went out to stand in line for, at Best Buy so he can pick up his system and Mario Kart World. So we went over and played for like an hour of the game and had a great time. So I want to count it as me experiencing the game. So it's an excellent pile. It's very fun. I had an amazing time with it. It's definitely like a step up in terms of Mario Karts that came prior. This one definitely surpassed them all in terms of quality. Very well done. Well, there is like an issue where in terms of trying to acquire certain characters, and there's certain characters that doesn't need to be characters at all, like a plant or something like that. It's like there's certain characters that doesn't belong as like racers. It's kind of like you're wasting slots for superfluous, innocuous background characters that never been playable or a threat. Well, kind of a threat, but isn't like big enough, like even by the turtle standpoints. And finally, told you it's gonna be pretty quick. Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. As a big of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan as I am, I have to make sure I keep my biases in check. I gotta put it in the mid-average pile. Mostly because I only played like the Dungeon Dice Monsters and the Sacred Cards, and I didn't even get past far enough with the Sacred Cards because I forgot that, yeah, it didn't go by the standard rules of the game. And I forgot that was a thing. And it would have been better if they included older systems like Game Boy, the GameCube, like Falsebound Kingdom or something like that, and included into the collection itself. But it's just primarily the handheld stuff. So I only played like the Dungeon Dice Monsters one because I never played that one. Well, I didn't play some of the other ones either, but I looked it up and none of the gameplay stuff really interests me. Only the Dungeon Dice Monsters one. And the 2004 game, because that still followed the typical rules of the card game. But beyond that, I was kind of let down a bit. But it was just mid. Yeah. Would have been higher if they included like, Falsebound Kingdom and other like system Yu-Gi-Oh games. Then it probably would have been a little bit higher than that. But that is all of my hits and misses, bad, good games of 2025. Next year is probably going to be a lot more options because there's a lot more interest that I want to get. Unless something behind the scenes with these developers, kind of spring up out of the blue and kind of screw something up where it caused me to second guess getting the game. Outside of that possibility, there'll probably be a lot more games I'll be streaming next year, and I can give like probably a longer list of good and bad games of 2026. But that is it. But you can leave a comment below which games of 2025 that you played this year that you put in like is bad or is mid or is good pile or excellent. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow playing a little bit more Marvel Rivals because I've been sick in the past few days, so I've been bedridden, so I couldn't really get back to. So I kind of had to step away until I got a little bit better. Not sure if I'm going to be going out on New Year's Eve, so that's why I'm doing these videos right here and now and out the way, because I'm going to be kind of busy. Might be kind of busy, who knows, but I want to just knock it out. But I'll be back tomorrow playing after work. I'll be playing some more Marvel Rivals, getting back to playing some more Rogue. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and I will see you guys later this week. And like I said, also trying to, at some point this week, getting back to playing some more Digimon. And with the announcement of Cyclops, James Marsden, in the recent Doomsday trailer that recently came out, I really wanted to get back to playing some Marvel vs. Capcom. I just haven't found the time. But I really want to get back to that soon anyway. But I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a great week and a happy new year. Peace.